I I listened to a YouTube video the other night, and these things come to me just very synchronistically, but it was so in line with some of the things that I was processing. And I'm going to post the link to it, but it was a video with Brene Brown. It's titled, she reveals which 4 skill sets make the best leaders. But I'm going to go to the last part of it, and then I'll tell you about other stuff. But the most daring leaders she talked about are very clear not only about what their values are, but also what the behaviors are that support their values. And so a leader, when you listen to it, I mean, basically it's telling you that a leader is any person who holds themselves accountable. Accountable for finding their potential, and also finding the potential in others, and having the courage and the guts to develop that potential. People who don't think they're leaders don't understand democracy. We all have to lead. So she was asked a question, and the answer was, we need braver leaders. And there are 4 skill sets, according to her. She did a whole study, 14 years or whatever, in the conclusion that she found when she was interviewing all these different people and stuff like that is, there's 4 skill sets that one needs to really own. The ability to rumble with vulnerability. Like when things get uncertain and hard, that you just don't tap out. This is basically what she said. I'm kind of quoting her. Not tap out of hard conversations. We don't tap out of feedback, either giving it or receiving it. But not coming from a place, I'm deviating from her, but not coming from a place of ego. Coming from a place of what's in the best interest of all involved. And there's a process by which one can learn these skills. There are processes to come out of the ego. What is the ego? The ego is the automatic behavior, the automatic emotions that pop up. So the other thing is, we really learn how to live into our values, really our behaviors to be in alignment with our values. The most daring leader, she says, talked about the values, but that their behaviors were in support of the values. That these leaders have operationalized it into behaviors that they hold themselves accountable for. And then the third thing she said is building trust. Talking explicitly about trust. Because when there's no trust, there's like no ability to have like functional teams. And no good work could come out of that. And there's a lot of mistrust right now, isn't there? We've got to build that within our family units, within our extended social circles, communities, and allow that to ripple out. That is something that we can do on an individual basis to create ripple effects. And then the fourth thing that she said is, you've got to learn how to reset after failure. After failure, disappointment, setbacks, you have to learn how to reset. Get back up when you fall, because that's part of being brave. And that's something a lot of people have not learned to do. I've been on my knees a lot in my life, and I kept getting up. I know a lot of people that haven't gotten up, and they're really, really in the pits. The suicide rates right now in our nation are increasing because people have not learned the skills. And those are among the many things that I want to impart. The process by which to maximize your individual potential so that you could be in that leadership position. Get in the driver's seat of your life and go in the same direction as other people doing the same thing to affect change for the greater good. It's going to take a while, yep. We are a society who wants to just take a pill and heal. Pills don't work. There is no instant healing. It takes work, individual work. But there's a lot of liberation to be had, because when you do heal individually, culturally, societally, it's very liberating. So as far as on an individual basis, anyone that has suffered with physiological pain knows that when you don't have that pain, when I woke up from my hip replacement and I stood up for the first time in the hospital and I didn't feel that pain, whoa, I didn't know how good it feels not to be in pain. I forgot. Same thing with a damn migraine. You have a migraine for days. The morning you wake up without a migraine, you say, oh, wow, that feels great. That is the feeling I want people to live in. And I'm going to bust my butt to try to affect that change in as many people as I can, and in the foster care system for these kids, to circumvent them from having all that accumulative pain that they're destined for unless there's intervention. And the intervention will come from citizens like myself working together to affect that change. So at this point, all I could say is stay tuned. Sign up on my website, even though right now it's set up about the book launch. That's going to be changing. But sign up on my website to stay updated about my journey to impact lives for the greater good. All right, thanks.